A former foster carer is accusing the Northern Territory's Child Protection Department of putting the cost of services above child welfare and then bullying her when she complained. The woman repeatedly tried to get psychological help for a 4-year-old girl who she was fostering after becoming worried about her behaviour. The Territory Families Department denies children in care are refused access to services just because of cost. Jane Bardon reports.
Darwin lawyer Priscilla Lavery was a foster carer for 4 years until June last year. She cared for a baby for 2 years, then gave a home to a 4-year-old girl.
Absolutely another beautiful child, but sadly this child had a history of separations.
She quickly became concerned about the girl.
She had a history of harming younger children that kept happening, like where it was reported from daycare.
She says worrying behaviours continued once the child started school.
A major concern was that she would throw herself at complete strangers. She would climb inadvertently over complete strangers' laps. It's very disconcerting.
Priscilla Lavery sent numerous emails to the Territory Families Department requesting psychological help. After advice from a paediatrician, the child should be assessed.
Then they accused me of trying to get her help that she didn't need. But I mean, the thing is, I had the money, I would have paid for it.
She lodged formal complaints with the department and the Children's Commissioner that there was still no psychological assessment. After 9 months of pushing, some play therapy was provided, but then the department reacted.
They call me to a meeting suddenly, and then it's like, there's a complaint about you, but we can't tell you what the complaint is. But we've already arranged for another carer to have the child.
After more than a year in care, the child was removed to another foster home.
It was truly horrible. It was horrible for the child. It was more than horrible. I don't know. I can't find words to describe it.
Priscilla Lavery says she was deregistered as a carer without explanation, and the child was later returned to her father.
There was a real basic lack of communication, and there seemed to be great retaliation because I actually complained.
The ABC has spoken to another carer who has also reported a negative response to complaints.
It has probably the worst culture of any government department that in my 20 years of lawyering I have ever come across.
The department wouldn't comment on individual cases, but denies any policy of restricting access to psychological and other care.
And there's certainly no cost limits imposed by the agency. It's about what's required for the child.
It's responded to Priscilla Lavery's allegation of a bullying department attitude.
We have struggled in our relationship with carers in the past. Where we are going now is all about building as many support arrangements as we can in place for foster carers.
The department says it's working hard to better support and attract more foster and kinship carers.
But it's a constant piece of work to go to communities and look for people who are interested and capable and willing to sign up.
Non-government organisations which work with foster carers have found dealings between the department and the sector have significantly improved in the last year. That has not been the experience of Priscilla Lavery and some other carers. Jane Bardon, ABC News.